How's it going everyone? Chris here with another Battlefield 3 loadout. Today I've got a loadout named IDF Sayeret, which is based on the Israeli Defense Forces Sayeret Matkal, which are one of Israel's special forces. We're going to choose the engineer kit for this loadout in order to equip the MTAR-21, which was released back in that Close Quarters DLC. And all in all, this loadout, it's like many of the other military forces loadouts we've done in the past. It's going to allow you to play in-game as the featured military force, and this one being the Israeli Commandos. So let's jump straight into the weapons and accessories we're going to use as part of our IDF Sayeret class. Israel's Galil and Tavor rifles are both widely adopted across the Israeli Defense Forces. So with this one being based on the Israeli Commandos, we'll go with the Micro Tavor, which is a shortened carbine version of the full Tavor rifle. Just googling some pictures of the IDF and their Tavor rifles, you can see some popular configurations of accessories. First of which is what's seen in game as the holographic sight. Second up, we've got the choice of the foregrip, and while it did appear in a couple of pictures, it didn't seem as widespread, so for this setup we'll just leave this slot blank. Then for slot number 3, suppressors and flashlights seem to be popular choices. So for our setup and game, we'll go with the suppressor, just to help us stay off the radar and make this class more of a behind the lines commando style loadout. So for the sidearm, the Glock 17 and the Glock 19 are listed as weapons used by the IDF. So in game we can equip the G17, the Glock 17, as our pistol of choice. Because we're running with that stealthy theme with the suppressor, we can even go with the suppressed G17, just so even when we switch over to our secondary to finish someone off, we're not detected on the radar. So moving on, let's take a look at the gadgets and specializations we're going to use as part of our Israeli commando setup. One of the rocket launchers used by the IDF is the RPG-7, so we'll equip this in game, at least when we're fighting for the Russian side, otherwise we'll have to make use of the American counterpart, the SMAW. Second up, one of the robotics used by the IDF is the Remotech Andros Mark VA1, which makes the EOD bot in game a perfect choice for gadget number 2. Because the Israeli commandos have improved training for those reconnaissance and special forces missions, I've selected the cover specialization based on its description of the combined effect of field experience and advanced training reduces the suppressive effect of incoming rounds. So this is just going to help us in game stay in the action, so we don't have to wait quite as long to recover from those suppression effects. And finally, for the camo, we'll go with the closest match to what's seen used by the IDF, which is the camo green pattern in Battlefield 3. And that just about finishes off Israel's Sayeret Matkal class for Battlefield 3. Give it a try in game and let me know how you got on with it. If we were making this setup a little bit more competitive in game, you'd probably want to switch out that suppressor for maybe the laser sight or even the flash suppressor to help reduce some of that recoil. But all in all, this makes a really fun class to use, seeing as we can make use of that stealthiness from the suppressors and go with more of a sneaky playstyle. So as always, if you enjoyed this setup, please drop me a thumbs up down below to help spread the word and share the video with your friends. If you want to make sure you don't miss any future episodes from this series or any of my upcoming videos in the future, then make sure you either subscribe or come and follow me on Twitter or Facebook. Links to all three are down in the description. So thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all later.